Welcome back to this week's Real Country File. I think it's safe to say the combine will be sat in the shed for the rest of the day. We've currently got that really fine rain that gets you wet coming down. Anyway, this week, Angela's catching up in Cheshire, in the countryside, with some disadvantaged children who are experiencing rural life. And Rob Mason does a review of the Great Eccleston Show. But anyway, first, we've got some young farmers sending in some farm safety tips, an NFU initiative called Take 5 to Stay Alive. So over to them.
I've just taken 5 to inspect my machinery before going out and found a defect with the guard of the PTO Chain. So I'm going to replace it with a brand new one. That's why it's important to take 5 to stay alive. It's also important to make sure the chain on your PTO guard is always on.
Just in the field after milking, shut my cows in the paddock for the night. Working on your own can be quite common on farms. So if you're working on your own, make sure you take your phone with plenty of charging to be able to call someone if stuff does go wrong.
When getting off the tractor, it's important to make sure you don't get down the wrong way like this, as you can slip, trip and fall. Instead, you should get off the tractor like this. That way you have full control of the handles to make sure that you don't miss that step and you land on that floor.
Afternoon everyone, just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about the importance of strapping bales down. Obviously, we hear so many stories online about people, whether that be farm workers or members of the public, getting hit by falling bales, whether this is when they're travelling down the road or whether when they fall off trailers or whatever when you're loading. I just think it's really important that we as an industry get behind strapping bales down and make sure they are safe. So just take 5 to stay alive.
About to go and get the cows up for milking, but must remember farm safety first. Must wear a helmet. Takes 5 to stay alive.
NYFC supports Farm Safety Week 2023.
Right, back to work. I better put my wellies on.
Actually, I'm not going to go on my phone and drive.
Oh no, that was close.
I should have someone support these ladders. Tom?
Actually, I need to shut that gate. Oh God, I can't.
Hello.
I'm Maisie, Middlewich Young Farmers Chair Lady.
And I'm Alex, Middlewich Young Farmers Chairman.
This week as a club we're supporting Farm Safety Week and recognising when to stop and take 5.
Take 5 to get ready.
Take 5 to put your phone away.
Take 5 to stay safe.
Take 5 to get a helping hand.
Take 5 to finish what you started.
And lastly, take 5 for yourself.
Thank you.
Thanks for sending them in. Do you have any farm safety tips? If so, leave them in the comments. Now over to Angela, that's going to a farm that's had thousands of visitors over the years.
Unlike a lot of the farms that I visit generally, where profit and commerciality are the absolute keys to running the place, this farm that I'm visiting today, their main focus is fun and enjoyment. So let's go and find out more about what's going on here. Right, so I'm here now with Ian Eccles, who's CEO of the Children's Adventure Farm Trust here. So Ian, just give us a really quick overview. What is this place and what's going on here on this farm?
So we're a charity. We're on 10 acres here at Bootbank Farm in Millington, and it's been going about 30 years as a charity. And really what it provides is a safe, welcoming space for children, all sorts of different children with additional needs or living in difficult circumstances from all over the northwest. Just a space for them to come and have days out, and we also do residential holidays for them here as well.
So it's sort of a working farm, but on a slightly smaller scale. So what kind of animals have you got here overall?
We've got sheep, we've got donkeys, we've got goats, we've got pigs, we've got a couple of the piglets I think you've got some film of, alpacas, and then we've got sort of small animals up in our woodland. We've got rabbits, guinea pigs, and we've got a nice aviary up there as well.
So the children that come here, they just come here either for a day or a few days with their families, is that right?
Yeah, so we do a few different programs. We do a lot of day visits for families. We also do it for schools and groups. And yeah, residential program is for 3 days, so they come and stay with us either say Monday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Friday, or on a weekend, Friday to Sunday.
And so what sort of numbers are we talking about? How many children come and visit here?
So we've, over the last few years, really upped the numbers of children that we are able to accommodate for visits, and this year we're hoping to have over 18,000 through the year. So yeah, big numbers for us. With the 10 acres, we've kind of cope with multiple groups at the same time. So on a normal day, we'd have 2 or 3 groups with us.
Gosh, and I imagine that, as you say, the children that come here have a very diverse range of needs and requirements. But what sort of difference does it make to them, do you think, when they actually get up close to the animals and have time in the countryside?
Lots of different things. I mean, there's a big thing obviously that's come out over the last few years about mental health benefits of being outdoors, away from gadgets and screens. I think any parent would agree with that. But yeah, just a lot of things, confidence, and sort of interactions with peers and teachers and parents. It just improves everything. I think it's a nice place for them to come, and it's a really safe environment as well. Everybody that comes here comments on the sort of the fact that they feel very welcomed and not judged at all about what's going on. So just a safe and welcoming space for them.
So how does it work on the money side of things? Because running a small farm it's not cheap. So how do you get your finances to actually run the place?
Yeah, so we're a registered charity, so there is no official charge to come here. So we want it to be really open, so that money is not a barrier to come in. Groups and families that come quite often can make a donation and will do, but we do all our own fundraising in-house. So we've got a team of 4 fundraisers. So we've been going 30 years, so it's quite well established. We do a lot of our own events and challenges that people can get involved in, and we do fundraising from trusts and other foundations and from the general public. So yeah, it's a sort of a big old thing every year to get the money to come in and allow us to do what we do, but we make it most years.
Yeah, that's it. And so the people that work here, you have a lot of volunteers, I know, so presumably you're always on the lookout for anybody with kind of animal husbandry experience, are you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's lots of people involved, so we've got some staff, but we've got a lot of volunteers and from all different walks of life, really. Lots of different people come for different reasons. I mean, it is a nice place to come and volunteer. You've got a really good day for your visit, well, at the moment anyway, but we're outside in all weather, so you get people that really just enjoy being part of a team and providing these opportunities for young people that would miss out otherwise.
Very good. And yeah, obviously always on the lookout for additional funding and support. So what we'll do is we'll put a link on the bottom of this video to your website, and yeah, anybody that wants any more information can click on that and find out more. But thank you ever so much for showing us around. It's really interesting.
Yeah, we're always on the lookout for anybody that can help us in any way. So yeah, please do get in touch if you can. Thank you.
So I'm here now with Edie, who's one of the volunteers here. So Edie, just tell us how you got involved in CAFT and what your role is.
So I originally started during D.V volunteering So I was doing that for a couple of years, volunteering, and then when I turned 16 I got offered a job here. So I turn up every weekend and look after the animals, so that includes like mucking them out, which there's a lot of poo picking up, and feeding them, giving them water and stuff. And we've got alpacas, donkeys and sheep that get walked, so the kids sometimes get involved in that.
And the breeds of animals that you've got here, are they chosen specifically because of like a quiet temperament or something, do you know? Or,
well, I'm not entirely sure, but all of our animals are super friendly, so they come here from when like they're children or like kids, and so they grow up around families and people coming in, visitors, so they've got like a lovely temperament, most of them, well, all of them actually, I don't want to say most.
And from your point of view, what difference do you think it makes to the children that come and visit here?
Oh, a massive difference. Some children, they come here and they've got such hard lives, and coming to CAFT, it's a great chance for them to be around animals who they like. Most of them haven't seen. Some people haven't seen like a sheep before, so it's a great chance for that. And it's an accommodating and safe environment, and all the animals are lovely and very friendly. Yeah, it's really nice for them. It adds like a sense of normality to childhood that they might not normally get.
Thanks, Angela. So last weekend, the weather forecast was supposed to be like this. I'm just looking after the grain dry today because it's obviously raining. But it was forecast to rain all weekend at the Great Eccleston Show. Anyway, it didn't. So over to Rob Mason, who's got a report from there.
So Rob, we're here at the Great Eccleston Show, and what a fantastic turnout, pal.
Yeah, no, we've had a really good turnout. We've had a good show this year. Friday night when we were setting up, that rain came and we thought, oh my God, what weekend are we in for? But as always at Great Eccleston, you know, we were lucky. The sun shone for us. We've had a really good weekend, and we just thought we'd come along here to Ray Valley Tractors to speak to Andy here.
Yeah.
And I think it's, you know, important that we have, because you're new to Great Eccleston this year.
Yeah, first time here with Ray Valley Tractors. I've come to the show many times over the years. But yeah, we're a new dealer for the area for New Holland equipment, and we thought we'd just put a bit of a show on for you. So.
Yeah, no, and I think it's great. You know, we need these new, we keep these shows going. We need these new dealers, new trade stands in the area, a bit of healthy competition as well.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, I'm on the other side. You're on the selling side. I'm on the buying side.
Well, we can do a deal. So.
But you know, it's always nice for farmers to have that choice of who to work with.
Yeah, that's it. We sort of operate from our head office is down in Shrewsbury, and we come all the way up the country. And we operate up to here, and one of the policies that we have is we provide the service. We sell ourselves on the service we provide, which is hopeful we'll get people like you buying tractors off us.
Yeah. And have you had a good day here at Great Eccleston?
Yeah, it's been good. Bit steady footfall yesterday, but the weather wasn't just as good as it could have been. Although it wasn't as bad as it was forecast. So, but today we've had good footfall, some good inquiries to follow up. It's just tailing off now, but it's because them boys are down there tractor pulling.
Yeah, we always find it always when that tractor pulling starts, it always go a bit quieter up this hill. But we, you know, onwards and upwards.
I'll certainly be looking forward to coming back next year.
That's what we like.
Yeah, cheers.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Right, so we've just been down to Ray Valley Tractors, who it was their first year here with us, new trade stand, and we've now moved over to the Horn stand and to Alan, who you'll be one of our longest supporters, but not just with horns. Where did you start when you came to Great Eccleston?
I started with John Cohenthwaite. I can't just remember what year it was, but it was quite a number of years ago. And I started off there sort of doing all sorts of things, whatever needed doing, wagon driving and that sort of a thing. And then he asked me one day, would I like to go on the road as a rep? And it was something I hadn't really thought about. It had never even come into my head. He said, don't give me an answer now. He said, have a think about it for a few days. And he said, we'll have a chat in a week's time. So, and that's how I started. And, you know, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, I met a lot of really nice people. You know, I'm dealing now with, you know, farmers' sons, and you know, and farming has changed such a lot over the years, you know, but it has given me a really enjoyable life, working life. I haven't retired as I should have done, but I am 75 now, and I'm still enjoying it. And I would like to do another 75 if I could, but I don't think I will do.
Yeah, like I say, I remember you when you were down at Pilling.
Yeah.
With Cornthwaites, and we moved to Rockcliffe in 2000, and I think you sold us our first till sewer.
I probably did,
Yeah.
So,
and how's your weekend been this weekend at Great Eccleston Show?
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we've been very lucky weather-wise. It's always a good show. I think the lads that run it, they're all sort of farming, connected with farming in one way or another, and they know what's needed, and they do it. And they've put a lot of hours and work into it, the show committee, and it really shows, does that. It pays off. Well, you only need to look at the crowds here, and that's all about it,
Yeah, so hopefully many more years of Great Eccleston.
I would very hope so. I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so. Yeah,
Good.
very much so. Yeah. It's always, it's always a pleasure to come to Great Eccleston because you're going to have a good show, and these lads work very, very hard to make sure that we do, and I do appreciate it. And thank you very much.
Yeah, no, cheers. Cheers, Alan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Rob. Might see you all next year. Anyway, hope you've had a good weekend. Hope you're going to all have a good week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.